Good morning to everyone. Myself N. Kalpana. I'm from Sri GK Jain Higher Secondary School, Royapuram. For more educational video, please subscribe our YouTube channel.
Today for the 12th standard I am going to explain the lesson is coordination chemistry and the topic is Werner's theory. So Swiss chemist Alfred Werner, who was the first person who gave the theory about the coordination compound. So in the previous videos we discussing about what is the coordination compounds. So what is the difference of double salt versus the coordination compound. Coordination compounds, which is otherwise called as a complex compound, because which is not easily lose their property. Okay. So here we discussing about the Werner's theory. So totally we will be having 5 points in the Werner's theory. The first one is the coordination compounds which will be having the 2 valency, which exhibit the 2 valency, primary valency as well as the secondary valency. How can you find the primary valency? Based on the oxidation number of a central metal atom. So in the coordination compounds, the major important element is the central metal atom, other one it will be bonded with the ligands. Okay. So the primary valencies, it is been based on the coordination number of central metal atom and oxidation number of central metal atom, and the secondary valency which exhibit the coordination number. So in the coordination compound which contain the central metal atom as well as the ligand. So central metal atom, the oxidation number of central metal atom which indicating the primary valency, then coordination number which has been described from the ligands, it will be for the secondary valency. So the coordination compound which exhibit both the primary valency as well as the secondary valency. And let me see the example. Let me take it as a coordination compound. How can you find the coordination compound? So it will be expressed in the coordination sphere. Okay. So the compound which is expressed in the coordination sphere, it will be called it as a coordination compound. So primary valency, see here, cobalt is there, ammonia is there. Cobalt is a central metal atom, that is metal only. It is always take up the position of center only. That is why it is called as a central metal atom. So in the coordination compounds, it will be having the 2 components, 2 elements are there. 2 substance will be there. One is a central metal atom, the other one will be the ligand. So first one, primary valency based on the oxidation number of central metal atom. So here what is a central metal atom? Cobalt is a central metal atom. Let me find the oxidation number of central metal atom. How can you find the central metal atom? See here, chlorine whose number is -3. So if you divide the thing, it will be cation. The sphere which is involved, no, it is a cation, and here it will be the anion. Anion whose number is 3-. So obviously what is the whole concept? To neutralize it. So that is why it will be 3+. Okay, or almost the ammonia will be the neutral one, so let it be 0. So what is the coordination now? What is the oxidation state of cobalt? It is +3. So primary valency denoting the oxidation number, we get the oxidation number as +3. So what is the primary valency for this compound? It is +3. Then go ahead with the secondary valency. How can you find the secondary valency? Based on the oxidation number. So coordination number. So coordination number, it is number of ligands. Based on the number of ligands only, we can predict the coordination number. So how many ligands are there? Here ammonia is the ligand. So totally how many ligands are there? 6 ligands are there. So what is the coordination number for this compound? It is 6. Then what is the secondary valency? Obviously it is 6. So this is the way you have to find the primary valency as well as the secondary valency. So the coordination compound which exhibit the both the valencies, primary valency as well as the secondary valency. This is the first point in the Werner's theory. Let me move on to the second point. In the primary valency, it will be always in the positive state or it will be in the 0. But it will be satisfied with the negative one, negative ion. How can, let we take it the same example. Here we find the oxidation number of the central metal atom which is being satisfied based on the negative ion. Okay, so the primary valency always in the positive one, or it should be 0, but it will be satisfied on the negative one. Here chlorine is a negative ion, so based on the chlorine only we find the coordinate oxidation state, positive primary valency. Okay, then third point, secondary valency. Secondary valency, it will be maybe satisfied by positive or negative, or it will be neutral. Let me take in the same example. Here secondary valency based on the number of ligands. So here it will be, then ammonia will be the neutral ligand. So the secondary valency in this compound, the secondary valency, it will be satisfied by the neutral compound. Here let me take in the same example. In place of 6, 5 ammonia will be there, 1 chlorine will be there. So it is a negative ion. So based on this, neutral also will be the negative ion. The secondary valency which is satisfied based on the neutral ion, negative ion as well as the positive ion. So this is about the third point. So next one is a fourth point. When we move on to the fourth point, in the coordination compound, it will be having a 2 sphere. One is a inner sphere and the other one is the outer sphere. Always this is the structural of this compound. Why the metal will be called it as a central metal atom? Because it is always present at the center. So it will be denoted by the two compounds, interlinked with the two compounds. One is the inner sphere, other one is the outer sphere. In the inner sphere, or otherwise it will be called it as a coordination sphere, because it is a very strong sphere which is not easy to displace it, which is not easy to lose that property. So already we know about the atomic structure. Whenever you draw the atomic structure, always the last outermost shell will be considered as a valency shell, because comparing with the other shell, the outermost shell only having the tendency to lose the property, either gaining the electron or losing the electron, whatever it is. Okay, but it only having the tendency. So that is why here the inner sphere, it will be called it as a coordination sphere. It will not be easily displace it, it is not easily break, it is not easily lose their property. Okay, and the outermost sphere, it will be called it as a ionization sphere. Why it will be called it as a ionization sphere? It will be easily ionizable, it will mean possible in the outermost sphere only. Ionizing means either it losing the electron or gaining the electron. Okay, so this is the fourth point in the Werner's theory. In the fourth point, the coordination compounds which will be contained, the central metal atom, it is being surrounded by the two sphere. One is the inner sphere, otherwise called it as a coordination sphere, and the outer sphere, it will be called it as an ionization sphere. In the one words, it will be asking these kind of question. Inner sphere, why the inner sphere it is otherwise called as a coordination sphere? Because it will be having a strong attractive force towards the central metal atom. Okay, and next we move on to the fifth point. The primary valencies are non-direction and the secondary valencies are directional. Let me see here. Here the secondary valency is ammonia is a secondary valency and chlorine is a primary valency. See, the secondary valency, if you see the secondary valency, it will be take up the places. It is, so that is why it will call it as a directional. It will be having a certain directional. But primary valency, only 3 chlorine is there. Wherever you want, you can be draw it. So it is a non-directional only. So based on the secondary valency only, we can describe the geometry of the compound. Example, here 6 compounds will be there. 6 ammonia substance, 6 ammonia will be there. 6 means it will be the shape of the compound is octahedral in the shape. If suppose 4 ammonia will be present, means either it will be tetrahedral or it should be the square planar. Almost it should be tetrahedral only. So based on the secondary valency only, we can predict the geometry of that particular compound. Okay, so these are all the 5 points was proposed by the Werner's theory, and he also got the Nobel Prize for that also. Okay, so this is about the Werner's theory, and these are all the postulates of Werner's theory. And one more limitations is there. Yes, these are all the postulates. He will be explain about the coordination number, oxidation state, about the primary valency, about the directional and non-directional, about the satisfaction of negative, positive, all those things he has been explained. the only one thing, the two important points he is not explained about the coordination compound is, one is the color of the compound, other one is the magnetic properties of the compound. So what is the limitations of the Werner's theory? Werner's theory he does not explain about the color and the magnetic properties of the coordination compounds. Okay, so in this video we are discussing about the postulates of Werner's theory as well as the limitations of Werner's theory. Thank you.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.